All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Marcus, your host, and today we're going to be talking about standards and standards specifically in regards to our own personal health and fitness. And my first question to you is, what is your standard for yourself? What is your standard for your body weight? What is your standard for your strength? What is your standard for how many times you go to the gym a week or a day? What's your standard, and do you have one? And if you don't, then that's the first step. I want to talk about my personal example of raising my standard. I'm going to talk about everything in my recent life. I'm not talking about my former past in track or football or anything like that. I'm just talking about right now and how my standard has been raised by my training. Because I'm only a few days out from my fight, and I was just thinking about my frequency of input into the gym and what my standard is, because no longer is one workout a day like acceptable to me. That's below my standard. So right now I work out every morning. I either do lift heavy weights for 1 hour or to 45 minutes to 1 hour, or on the other days I do like a hard cardio session. And to me, to the regular person, maybe that's a lot, and that is their standard. That's great. That's actually really good. If everyone did that, we'd all be pretty healthy. But if I don't in that same day train Muay Thai specific training, if I don't go to my class, my fundamentals class or my advanced class, then I'm pretty upset with myself because that's below my standard. And what the beautiful thing about a standard is, it allows you to focus on your input. If you set a standard of input, then your results are inevitable. If I train every morning and then I also train at night, then is it possible for me to really slip out of shape? It'd be very, very difficult. And why standards are so important is because they let you know when you're slipping. If you have no measure of where you are or where is acceptable for you, then you can be anywhere on the scale and never know. For example, I'll talk about myself during COVID. At one point, I had gotten up to 220 pounds. I'm 5'10". I was starting to like literally atrophy my muscle because I was so inactive. All I was eating was garbage fast food, and I literally was starting to look like shit. But the crazy thing is, I didn't even notice. I couldn't see it. It was incredible how it happened, because I would look in the mirror, and the human brain has an incredible way of justifying and rationalizing how you look and how you perform. That's why a lot of times someone that's a great friend can help you out by telling you a harsh truth. They might say something that hurts you because it's something that you can't see. And so I was gaining like a tremendous amount of weight, and I was going way below any standard I had ever lived by. And that at that point I realized, I said to myself, just because my at the time sports career was over, I did not make it to professionals, I'm not going to live like a fat ass for the rest of my life just because I'm not playing sports. So the scale was, if I made it pro, I'd be in tremendous shape for the rest of my life for them. But if I don't, now I'm going to be a slob for the rest of my life for me. That didn't make sense. So I told myself they're not going to get the best version of me. Yeah, sure, maybe I didn't make pro, but I still want to be in pro athlete shape. I still want to be able to be in tremendous shape for me and for my family and my friends. Um, but yeah, the scary thing is your standard is set by the small micro decisions that you set daily, and they compound. Jim Rohn talks about the apple or the cake. And the scary thing is we only get one shot. Each day is a new day, and you make those decisions every single day, and then they compound. A compound of bad decisions is results in a compound of bad results. For example, every day you have a choice: eat the apple or eat the cake. And if you eat the cake after one day, you're going to see no changes. So you're like, why would I choose the apple? I ate the cake and I feel the same. You might do that for a week. You still might not feel like the greatest difference. You might not have even developed a stomach. But now put 365 days of you choosing the piece of cake over the apple, and you're in tremendously different places. So today is about standards. And personally, I'm really liking where my fitness standard is in life. I need to raise some other standards in my life. I don't know what standard you have or which standards you don't have or where you'd like to work on, but that's the topic of conversations today. Where's your standard? Where does it need to be?